Returning your call.
Hi, Nicole. Sorry I missed your return call earlier.
Oh, okay.
So I came out. That's not the driveway that there was some damage on.
It wasn't.
That worked. Yeah, it was not.
I know it
So I
wasn't.
called. Yeah. Well, I had said that might be the driveway where we had to do a repair, but it wasn't. So we talked to the company. They said they did that because he's an employee. They didn't. That's not township time or material. They're not charged for it, and that was between him and their employee. They're going to give me a letter that says that. I told them they shouldn't have done that, but they did. So
Right.
give me a letter
Because
this afternoon.
the
So
stuff that
I'm
they
not happy about it.
the stuff that they used, Dave, was the material that they was using on the street, that they was doing the street. Because when they was coming down the street, they did his driveway as they was doing the street too. So they used the
I know.
material. They used that was taxpayers' dollars that they
Oh,
used to do that
yeah.
man's. And he's an employee. He shouldn't even be able to do that because that's against the law. If you work for the city
agree.
or if you're working for that company that got that contract with the city, you can't have no work done. You can't. They broke the law. I'm just disgusted by it because these people are out here just doing what they want to do and they're not facing no consequences for these actions. You know what I'm saying?
So what I did,
That's
So
fraud what he did.
it is, except the company is saying that they did not use the material or charge the material to the township.
Well,
They did it on their own.
I have
And
a video. I have a video of them doing it. Okay? I have a video of them doing it.
I understand. Yes, ma'am.
And they're
But
using the material that was being paid for by taxpayers' dollars. There was nothing wrong with his driveway. There was nothing wrong with that driveway. That's why I'm like, this is
I agree,
ridiculous.
and they shouldn't have done it, except the company is saying, and they're putting it in writing, that material was not charged to the township, and they did it with their own forces, and it had nothing to do with the project.
And they
So
did
I
it.
thank you so much for telling me that.
And they did that during the time, the working hours that they was doing the street, that they was doing the street. So they even did that on the city's working hours. I'm not understanding that, how that's not fraud, because they even did that during the time that they was out paving the street for the city. It's like ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It's unacceptable and ridiculous, and that's why they're going to give me a letter that explains that the township was not charged for the labor of the material, and that they did that for their employees. So I'll have that information this afternoon. So
and they need
I
to
thank you for doing that.
and they need to also put on that paper that they did that that when they did it, that it was not during the working hours for the city. Or during the contract time of the city. They need to have that put in there too.
Yes.
See, because no matter what, they committed fraud. So once they put that in there, that's fraud because they committed fraud. He's lying. He's lying. He did that during working hours while he was doing the street. They stopped at his house and did his driveway, and then kept on proceeding down the street to do the rest of the street.
Yep, and I understand that, and like I said, that's why I'm getting a letter and statement from them saying that those hours and that time was not charged to the township.
Yeah, and that they weren't on township time when they did that. Because they were.
That's a different matter because they're a contractor, and there's a contract amount that they're performing the work for. But if they chose to do extra work that did not affect the township or the township's material, which they're saying, then there's nothing I can do about it. That's why I'm making them put it in writing so we have that.
Well, they used the township material because they was.
No, he's saying they did not charge the township for that material, and they did not charge the township during that time. So, but the other thing is that material they put in your yard, they're coming back. You're not the only yard they did that in.
Okay.
They were paving the guy from the county said they had to pick up material and set it off to the side, and he said they will definitely get that cleaned up out of your yard.
Okay, all righty, thank you.
So, and listen, thank you so much for calling me because now I can have that documentation in the file, and I'm very frustrated, and I let them know that.
Yeah, because I could not understand why they would do that when they could have been did that from day one, if that's the case. They could have did his they could have actually did that before that even happened, before they even started doing that, because he's an employee of theirs. So why would they do that?
Or they could have came back and done it some other time.
Exactly.
The whole thing's unacceptable. That's why I'm making them give me a letter.
Okay. All righty. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your help, ma'am. I really appreciate it.
Oh, okay. All righty. Bye-bye.
Thanks. God bless. Bye-bye.